Altilu family. In today's episode, we're gonna finish our two-part series of the MACNA 2019 event. So I'm gonna do it a little bit different this time. I'm gonna play all the clips and all the video, and I'm gonna be telling you what I was seeing and what they are and why not. So we're gonna look at Reef gear, some of the tanks at MACNA. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. One of the first tanks that you saw when you came into the show was this Kessel booth, when they were showing their new prototype for the AP700. Those lights are not in production or for sale, but they were just showing what they're thinking about. Sticking with Kessel, and on their table they had some of the big lights, they had some of the older modules, and they also had the new prototypes. You can see a little different things in the table, which is cool to see. You can see from this video, Kessel had a lot of different tanks, fresh water, salt water, just showing you what their life can do. In the Coral View booth, we find our Hydros. It is the new concept to aquarium controller. It's a pretty cool looking. Have a lot of different approaches to controlling an aquarium and pros and stuff like that. This is going to be a cool concept to see. Continuing with the Hydros controlling system, here's their wave maker. Their approach is very interesting. They want you to control all the pumps, at least all the major ones in the market, and just use one controller to control all of them. You can sync them and do all kinds of cool stuff. here at the Two Little Fishes booth, of course, you're gonna find all mangroves and all their supplements for reefing. And there was a very interesting little tank with a bunch of upside down jellyfish. This thing is pretty cool. Here's one of my favorite tanks of the show, the 9-year-old mangrove. It looks like a tree of life, doesn't it? Neptune Systems booth was spectacular. They have all the products in there, and they had probably the best show tank in the entire show. check out their new shaped rocks for encrusting corals and some of their branching rocks. In the Pro Clear Aquatics booth, we got to see this spectacular freshwater aquarium that they had set up, and it was very modern. It had like temperature on the top. I also had this huge sump on the bottom. Just take a look at this thing. This tank right here is very interesting because if you notice, the corals are super cool looking, but it has some of the new blackout series of the real reef rocks. This year we also had some fashion. The Ellis USA booth, they were showing these man-made rocks that they said that no one is the same as the other. They were pretty cool looking, good concept, and of course they had a pretty cool tank. Tico chillers were a very interesting approach at saving energy while cooling your tank. aquarium.com tank was also very interesting because it was featuring some of that new blackout real reef rock in it. That's all I have for today. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, like this video. We have a bunch of stuff coming into the channel. So while I wait for Dorian, which is up our coast at this time, I hope you guys have a safe day, enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to stay salty, my friends.